We're going to be going over 4 different bubble column elevators, 1 item elevator and 3 player elevator type designs for 1.13. Stick around. Hey guys, what's up? It's Hex here, and today what we're going to be doing is going back through 4 water elevators that I made for 1.13. I made these in the snapshots, and so what I wanted to do was go back through them and make sure that they're still working and update them if necessary. So if you haven't seen the original videos, I will be putting those up as cards on the screen when I cover each of the bubble columns so that you can see the original videos and the full tutorials on these. Okay, I'm not going to be doing full tutorials on these, but I am going to be doing any adjustments that need to be made. Some of these are simple enough that you might be able to completely build without watching the full tutorial, but if you want those, they'll be on the screen. I will be releasing a second video after this. Is going to be going over the farms that I did for the snapshots and making sure that those are working. All right, let's get to it, okay? We're going to start things off with this bubble column item elevator. If you want to see the original video, go ahead and click on the card on the screen and you can watch that right now. But I'm going to just kind of run you through it. Now there is one reason that I don't have water in here. It's because I wanted to show you this. When you put water in here, which is part of the tutorial, it says to put some water in there, you'll notice that the bubble column doesn't actually form. We're in 1.13, and I guess you could say 0.0, but it doesn't have the 0.0 after it. It's just 1.13 flat. They changed it back to the way it was in some of the original snapshots, where the water source block does not create water source blocks underneath it. So what you need to do, just like in the original video, is you need to go ahead and plant, or you need to turn all of these into water source blocks. So there's 2 ways to do that. The first way, you could get a bunch of water buckets and you could go to each block and put in a water source. Now in creative mode that's pretty easy. In survival mode that's a real pain because you have to have a different bucket for every single level of your elevator. But there is a little trick that's working right now that I want to show you. All you have to do is take some kelp, and you take like a stack of kelp or however much kelp you need. Hold on just a minute while I find my kelp. Okay, there we go. So you're going to take a stack of kelp, or you only need as much kelp as the height of your water elevator. So if you only have like a 30 tall water elevator, you only need 30 kelp, if that makes sense. Okay, and then you go down to the bottom and you plant yourself a kelp. And that's why I changed that block at the bottom to a solid block instead of the soul sand. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and plant your kelp, and you're just going to go up and you just keep building your kelp. So right now, when you put kelp, or when kelp grows, if you will, in the water, it creates it, or wherever the kelp grows, it turns it into a water source block, whether it is one or not. So that way you can ensure that every single block is now a water source, and then you can come down here and break the kelp. Like that. Okay, kelp is gone. You could pick up your kelp if you want to, if you're in creative. And then what you're going to do is replace this block here with the soul sand, and it should create the bubble column. And there it goes. And there's your bubble column. That's the easiest way to do it right now. Now, I will want to let you know that that could be changed in the future, that kelp will not do that. It might change. Somebody did submit that as a bug, and Mojang, it wasn't clear whether Mojang was ignoring that or whether or not they're going to assign somebody to fix that, or whether it's even considered a bug or not. So it could be nerfed, it could be a thing, but right now that's like the easiest way to do it, is to just break the just like I said, like put the kelp in there and then break it. Okay, having trouble with the talking. I'm not that good with the talking. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this thing now that we've got it all situated with our bubble column, and we're going to go ahead and put in some items into our chest, and there it goes. Wow, that's even faster than it used to be. Okay, so I can see a problem here. Wow, like launches them at this. That's actually really funny. That is actually kind of cool. Okay. Sorry. Compose yourself, Hex. It's not really that funny. Okay, so I think that probably what we're going to need to do is cover over these 2 blocks right here. And I don't think I did that in the original tutorial, so you're going to have to do that because it really launches those items out into space now in the full release. Okay, let's try it again. We'll do seagrass again. All right, there we go. Okay, as you can see, they're coming up. It's lightning fast, you guys. This wasn't this fast when I built this. Holy cow, that's fast. I don't remember it being that fast. That is really, really fast. And as you can see, they're going in nice and quick. It's working really well. Okay, so I'm going to call this first one updated. So the major update, put 2 blocks over the top of it so they don't launch out the top. Very, very good. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, next we've got these two different bubble column elevators that I came up with. So one of them, if you recall, is a walk-in one where you basically just walk in and you end up at the top. The other one is a minecart one where basically you run a minecart in here and it shoots out at the top, both using water columns. These two over here were just my prototypes. These are the two that I did in the video. Speaking of the video, the card will be on the screen if you want to check this one out and watch the original one. We're going to go ahead and look at some things, and I already see something that they can optimize this anyway. There's not really a problem with it. It works just fine in 1.13. As you can see, up we go. There we are. We're at the top. We walk out. Done. Super good. But there is one thing. First of all, remember that you must make all of these water blocks in the water bubble column a source block. So you can do that with the kelp trick as I described, or if that has been nerfed when you're watching this video, then you got to put a water source with a bucket or something all the way up. But all these have to be water source blocks. Now, for some reason, when I did this particular video, the snapshot made it so that you had to have this second column of water, which is no longer necessary. So we're going to get rid of that and see what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a block there. And it looks like Minecraft is going to make me go all the way down with blocks to get rid of this thing. So we're going to do that all the way down. And as you can see, our bubble column is still active all the way to the top. I think that was a bug that I was working with when I built this, and I kind of thought that that was going to be the way it permanently was. At least that's the way it sounded when I read the read some information online, but that was obviously inaccurate. So now you can do it with just a single, just a 1 block water column all the way to the top. And up we go. Super cool. That one works. All right, let's take a look at this minecart one. So the minecart one, it looks like we can do the same thing with this one as far as making sure that there's only 1 bubble column. But the only thing that I'm thinking is maybe the minecart itself is too big and it's not going to fit in there. And so maybe we do need to have it too wide. But we're going to give it a shot anyway. So our first step is we're going to get rid of this one by filling it with blocks. That way I can dig it out if necessary later. Okay. There we go. That's gone. Okay. Now, clearly, I need to put in some water here. And I think I'm going to grab out my white stained glass because I think I'm going to have to use quite a bit of that. Let's see. So we're going to have to put in there and some this way. Okay. So I'm going to basically fill this in so that there's a 1 tall water column going up there. And so that means I'm going to have to do this kind of a thing all the way up. Okay, we have enclosed the proposed water column here. So now I'm going to put the water in right there. Good. And it's still flowing out here, which is what we want, so that when the minecart does come to the top, it's hopefully going to flow out here and hit this and fly on off. But we have to do the kelp trick. So we're going to have to go in here. And I think the best way to get in is this way. Like that. There we go. Okay. Get out of my way! I'm coming in! Okay. Put the kelp to the top of the water stream. You can basically just float up and hold right click, and that should do the trick. Alright, there we go. I really hope they don't nerf that, because that is really a nice way to make water sources in a column. Okay, and then I'm going to break this. That should all fly out of there. You could go pick them up if you wanted to later, but we're not going to do that. We're not wasting time. Waste no time! Okay, we're going to fill those up. And now... Oh, I was like, why isn't there a column? What is going on? This is madness! You know why? There's no soul sand at the bottom. That's why. There we go. Okay. And the column is forming, and it looks like it goes all the way to the top. That's wonderful. Look at all this kelp. Help! No. Kelp! I wonder if a kelp farmer has a hard time getting kelp. I mean help. Okay. Now I've just lost it. I just lost my... Alright. So I need to put that back. Somehow that got broken. I think it's the water knocked it out there. And then let's go ahead and throw a minecart in here, see what happens. Zip. And whoa, look at that. Haha, it still works. Okay, but it does fly out and bounce at the top. Oh, sweet. It works. I think it works even better than it used to. Good. Okay, so you don't need any of that. You don't need that. You don't need this. You just need one column at the, and then it comes up to the top. And then I think I did this to keep the minecart from like flying off into the stratosphere. So we're going to do that again, and then we're going to try it with a villager, because that's super fun. Okay, here we go. Zip. Right up. Go. It hits that spot. And yeah, sweet. Okay, so I don't think that we need it to come out this far either. I think I can close that up, get rid of this, and then the minecart should float down there. Let's try that one more time, and then we're going to put a villager in here and have some fun. Up. We go. Okay. Gets to the end, and yep, perfect. Wow, that works even better than when I built it to begin with. I'm really super pleased with this thing. So this would be a great way to get villagers to go up. Like if you're building one of those crazy iron farms, we have to have the villagers like 500,000 blocks in the sky to make the iron farm work well. You can use this to get your villagers up there. So that's going to be super cool. It's going to be a nice little villager elevator. Very cool. All right, we're going to get rid of those. We're going to get rid of this. I think they were like right there. So I'm going to plop that there. We're going to put this along here. And then we need to power this somehow. We need power! Warp speed! Right. Is that powered all the way? Nope, it doesn't. That is not good. It is not good. Okay, so we'll take this and put that there. Perfect. Okay, sweet. So that's all powered. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our villager. Because we're going to have some fun. We are going to have some fun. Okay. You spawn a villager on the track, and you pray that he stays there until you get your minecart out. You place that there, and it picks the villager up. There we go. Okay, he flies to the top. He hits his head a little bit. That's not so good. And there we go. And then he flies off. I wonder how many iterations this is going to take before he dies. Boop. Oh, he does take damage up at the top. Okay, maybe if we replace this with glass, he won't take damage. Nope, doesn't take damage. Perfect. Great. Look at that. Okay. Now, obviously, unless you were building this for entertainment purposes, you would have this go into wherever you were taking your villagers, right? But this does amuse me to have the villager. Love this thing. Oh, it makes me happy. All right, next we're here at our multi-floor water elevator. I really like this thing. I can't wait to put this into my creative world. I mean my survival world. This is my creative world. Anyway, now that I've learned how to talk, here we go. So there's no reason why this thing should be broken. Let's check it out. So we go up here. Are we at the second floor? We appear to be so. Yes, very good. And then we can go down here, and we can go up to the 6th floor, and so on and so forth. So I'll put a card on the screen right now so you can check out the original tutorial for this thing. It's really cool. I think that this is better than any multi-floor elevator that involves complicated redstone. Number one, because it doesn't involve complicated redstone. And number two, it's just really fast and reliable, and it's really quick and easy to get from floor to floor. And then the drop, let's see how that works. Boop, you can drop down here and then go on whatever floor you want. I need to go up to floor 4. Menswear and shoes or whatever. I don't know. Okay, so that's it. That's this thing. Again, I'm going to say it again. Make sure that these are, in fact, water source blocks inside of here where the bubble columns are. Otherwise, your bubble columns won't work. You can use a little trick with the kelp, or you can use your bucket to put a water source in every place necessary to make the water to make the bubble columns. So that's this one. Really like this one. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot else to say about it besides it works still. Well, guys, this has been Hex. Thanks for watching this little video. you know what? If you want to see the rest of my 1.13 builds, there's a second video coming out about the different farms that I made in the snapshots. So you can go check those out. They should be ready to go. Okay, anyway, I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. And don't forget to leave a like if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to support my channel, you can always share my videos with others and let them know about the videos and stuff. But more importantly, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and God bless.